All right, welcome to Your Time, Your Money, the show where your time is just as valuable as your money, and we know that. We have a great topic for you today. We're going to go over the 4 things retiring people do wrong just prior to retirement. And these are 4 things that we find are quite often done by clients that affect their retirement in a negative way. So hopefully we can go through those and hopefully it'll actually bring up some questions that you might have that you can send in and spur some other topics as well. So the first and foremost, the thing that we see a lot just prior to retirement is a lot of people start chasing returns. Whether it's that they feel that their balance is a little lower than it should be, whether they feel they need to, kind of catch up on time with their investments. But we do see a lot of people want to start chasing returns. And this might be in the conversations about cryptocurrency. It might be in the conversations about index funds or increasing the risk of their portfolio to generate a return. And a lot of times this can come back to bite you. So I'm not saying that you don't want to have growth and other speculative investments in your retirement portfolio. What you don't want to be doing is trying to make up past time with your return and taking unnecessary risks just prior to retirement. So that's one of the first things that we see quite often that people want to discuss just prior to retirement. The second would be retiring too early and claiming Social Security immediately. So some people will retire early and they will get into retirement a year or two and find out, hey, I'm bored. Or I want to go and get a part-time job or a job in a different industry that I like. And unfortunately, a lot of times people don't wait at least a couple months into retirement before claiming Social Security, and they retire, and that week they put their papers in for Social Security, and then lo and behold, 6 months, 8 months later, they decide, hey, I don't want to stay retired. I want to do something else, but they've already claimed early. So that claiming early should wait a little bit into retirement just to make sure that this is the right time for you to retire, because you don't want to have to go back and change your Social Security strategy because you claimed too early. And the third thing that people do not factor into retirement early is taxes and Medicare or medical expenses. And this is a big miss for individuals. They'll retire thinking that their income is going to be at a certain level, and then after taxes and medical expenses, it's a lot lower, and they find themselves struggling in retirement. So prior to retirement, you really want to think out your medical expenses and where your tax brackets are going to be, or if there's a move to a different state, potentially whether those tax brackets are going to be higher or lower and what that's going to factor into your retirement. So putting some thought and effort into your tax and medical expense planning is very important prior to retiring. We see a lot of people fall short on that. And then the final point I would bring up is a lot of people fall short on not upping their contributions to their 401ks or trying to max out other retirement accounts prior to retirement. In a lot of cases, 6 months or a year, maybe 2 before the date of your retirement or when you intend to retire. And a lot of people don't go in and they don't change their contributions to their 401ks. They don't increase the money they're putting away into non-retirement accounts or other investments. And I think this is a big mistake because chances are if you're retiring, you're at your highest earnings level in your career. And usually your expenses are at their lowest because you're close to paying off your mortgage or you've gotten a lot of your debt out of the way. So really you want to try to put away as much as humanly possible that last 6 months or a year and sock it into retirement accounts or other investments. So sometimes people miss out on that and there's an extra 30, 40 or 50,000 that they could have put away just prior to retirement. So those are the 4 fails that we find prior to retirement. I wanted to share them with you today. If you'd like to find out more about Iron Tree Financial, you can reach us at 43 British American Boulevard in Latham, New York, 12110. You can call us at 844-444-YTYM. And as always, you can catch all our episodes here on YouTube, Spotify, and YouTube Media, which is the old Google Play platform. Feel free to check out that. I think there's 120 videos out there that are purely educational, and I'm sure there's others that'll apply to you as well. Thank you, and as always, it's your time and your money. All right, guys, thank you for tuning in to another episode of Your Time, Your Money. We really appreciate it. If you enjoyed today's episode, please feel free to share this with friends, family, coworkers, anyone else that you think might be interested. If you do have questions or topics, you can always email them to irontreefinancial@ceterais.com. Please follow us on LinkedIn, Facebook, Spotify, Google Play, and many other sources that were available. And you can reach us at 844-444-YTYM. And as always, it's your time and your money.